Oh, you're not going to take my hands after you make me hold them out like that. Okay, that's much better. I'm Ilra, rhythmic service. You know who I am, because I talk this way. It's the only one that does. So welcome, everyone. I've been watching you the whole time, though. I'm here the whole time. I just kind of watch over his shoulder, and every once in a while he remembers I'm here, and he kind of comes over and checks with me, and I give him some information. Most of the time he just says, oh, it's quite a little. We'll do it later. But it comes in all the time. But I'm here today for a lot of reasons. But I want to talk to all of you for a moment about your own safety. Yes, your safety. Oh, you weren't thinking about that. What can we do to be safe on the new earth? Well, you don't have to really worry about safety in the normal ways that you would do it, because you can't quite be hurt in the same way that you thought you could be hurt. But I want to tell you a little bit about the overall safety and kind of a different approach to this that you might want to look at here as you come forward. What's taken place is that you're open on a whole bunch of new levels that you've never been open on before. And because of that, there's a little bit of a vulnerability in the time that you first open and the time that you get used to being open. And it's not like you've got to build all these walls or these filters or anything. But what happens is the moment somebody truly opens up and walks through life with the openness of this, it opens up possibilities for you to get dissuaded. In other words, distracted, off your track, and find a new project over here that really wasn't interesting you, but here you are going off and you find your whole days all wrapped up in it, and it's getting kind of confusing for you. Well, that would be easy to do at this point, because even though you don't feel much different than you were a couple of days ago, you're quite different. In fact, a lot of your own energy is opened up in ways that you haven't even seen yet. So what I want to tell you, first of all, is become aware of your own being. And you say sometimes, I got this little pain right over here. I don't know what it is, but I want to take some time and send some energy to it. Take some time and address it. Don't just ignore these pieces now, because you're open in a new way. And you're going to find that you're actually much stronger in this way than you were the old way. But in the interim, there's some vulnerabilities and some opportunities to kind of have a little crack in the armor, if you will, and what that looks like. But I'll tell you what, there's always the way that you can fix this. Because what happens here is the humans start getting going so fast that they get all the way in the head. And you try to think your way out, and you try to think your way to do this, and how am I going to take it to the next level? And when all this thing and the wheels get going so much and the smoke starts coming out the ears and you've got a mess on your hands. Well, it's all balanced here. And that's probably the biggest change of what's happened in the last few days. It's been going on for quite some time. It's not new. But you have a heart. You've always had a heart. You've always known that the secret's truly in the heart, not in the head. But yet you go through your whole life trying to think your way through. Well, that's one of the biggest changes you're going to see in the new world. Is that your heart always knew the way home. You've had to try to think your way through humanity and try to think, how am I going to fit this heart into this world and this society and with all these people? And you've had to try to fix your way in different areas. And well, now it's going to come from the heart. Now here's one other piece that I tell you about. The whole piece of the negatives that you've carried as far as negative emotions. You've carried a lot of them on earth. They've done you pretty good for a while because they kind of give you contrast and let you see the light against the dark. You can only feel love if you know what fear is. Okay? Well, we know that you all know what fear is now. It's balanced. It's all done. It's finished in that area. So now you've actually stepped into the new field. The new field is the triality field. Duality, triality. Yeah, I don't have three hands, or I'd put it right there for you so you could see what I was doing. But it doesn't work that way. Maybe I could put my head there. There we go. We'll figure it out. Anyway, you got 3 points now. You don't have the 2 anymore. It's not just black and white anymore. That's the beautiful part. This is the beauty, the magic of this. Now you have another part of yourself that you can check with. It's almost like the little man on your shoulder that the keeper was just talking about. You just got to remember to ask. You got to remember to tap into part of yourself. Now here's the other part. You're so accustomed to doing all these wonderful traditions, and we had the keeper at one point. He had his legs all tied up like this, and it was so funny to watch him because he was so uncomfortable. And we're trying to talk to him. He says, "Wait a minute, I got to get in the right position." And he's fighting with his arms and his legs and so forth to try and do everything. And finally, he gets there and he says, "Okay, I'm ready." And we say, "We don't have anything to say." And he goes, "But I'm ready." And he goes, "Well, we still don't have anything to say right now." So all of this fluff, you can keep it if you like. You can keep all of the things around it. You can keep all the pieces that you like. Do you need a crystal to tell the future? Well, if you think so, you can use one, absolutely. Do you need it? Absolutely not. Everything is inside now. And that's what we're going to be doing with you, is trying to awaken parts of this, parts of yourself that haven't been here in different ways. And you're going to start seeing new capabilities with each and every one of you. And it's difficult, we know. It's hard for us to be here and tell you how to be a human. I've never been to Earth myself, so it's kind of hard. I'm trying to do what I can to learn to be the human here and to try and do what I can. But I don't have to balance all the things that you do. So it's easy for me to just come in and be who I am and not worry about whether you like me or you don't like me. And besides, I figured out the key to that. I just have to pay you money. If I pay you money, you like me. It's real simple. And I don't have enough with me here to do that. So I'll do that another time. But in truth, your energy has changed. You're not the same people you were before. It's all started to shift in a new way. So claim your power. You've always been good at things. Do you hold your own mastery? Are you proud of what you mastered already? Are you proud of what you carry with you every step of the way? You're going to need a It's hard to let the keeper come in once in a while when his technical stuff needs addressing.
Okay. The whole purpose here is just to tell you that you've got a new part of yourself that's brand new. You're not used to looking at it in the same ways, but here it is. And as you start to stretch out in these areas and just be yourself, and you say, "Well, what if they don't like me? What if it's not accepted out there?" Well, that's their problem now, isn't it? What you think of me is none of my business. And I'd like you to keep that. Because that's really what brings all of the pieces from home together to be alive as one. And it's time to do that. You're creating home with a capital H right here on earth. You're doing a marvelous job. All of you brought a little piece. But here's the fun part about building home. You can't build a home. You can't skip this piece and go to this piece. You have to have each piece in place. And that means that all of you have to come in with what you brought. Most of you are saying, "Well, I don't know if it's good enough. I don't know if I'm good enough to bring it in. I don't know." Well, we do. And all we ask you to do is try. All we ask you to do is own your own mastery. Own who you are and where you came from. Because we love you beyond your understanding in ways that you don't know. Well, you're about to find out, because some new things have happened. And I'll let the keeper of time take you into that one, because I'm just about done here. I've got to move off. He's only given me a certain amount of time, you know. And it's not the timekeeper, it's the keeper of the sword that's doing that one. But we'll go for the time being. But know that I love you. I'm with you all the time in different ways. I'm the one that sneaks up behind you and tickles your funny bone if you're trying to get too serious. Because you've got to remember it's a game. And the whole idea is to smile your way home. The whole idea is to have fun while you're on the earth. It's what you came for. Those beautiful human experiences. So before I leave, I'm going to give you one of my smiles. It always works. You always smile back. Even if I make a stupid smile, you do smile back. It's great. It's a reflection of my heart and a reflection of yours. We are part of each other. And I celebrate that every day of my existence. I'm Ilra of Rhythmic Service. Greetings. I am the keeper of time. I am with you this day because you have changed time. You have changed all that is in front of you. The new energies are on earth, and they are here working through each and every one of you at this moment. Yes, you are feeling somewhat the same as you felt before, but each and every one of you have this little bit of anticipation. We hope you ground that very well, and we hope that you take that anticipation and turn it into something magical, because that is how you create, dear ones. When you anticipate something, when you look forward and you look to going in here, you look forward to going through that door, that makes the door even more special when you do walk through it. For you are the creators that have created the energy you are walking into. So own it. Know it. When you walk into that energy that feels terrible and is in total discord to your own energy and your own body, dare to own it. And say, why did I create this? What is my lesson in this discord? Where am I in this? And hold your position here, for you will find many energies starting to change on earth now at this time. Probably more so than you have ever experienced in your lifetimes. Well, what is taking place with that is very simple. The earth is changing. It must make space for empowered humans. Each and all of you have now a new level of your own empowerment. And you're starting to dig into it and use it and ground it in different areas. Well, that's why Ilra tells you to play, to go out and smile, to go do all the fun things of pretending to be the human. But that is actually where your smile comes from. It comes from home. Any moment that you see someone or something that reminds you of home, there is a deep connection. And that will be happening quite often. It will be very common for you to be walking down the street, totally unaware, and to pass someone that suddenly drags your energy and pulls you magnetically over to them. Well, you may not know them, and you may not know how to approach a person like that, but we tell you there's a connection there, and you will start to feel that within your own physical being in new ways. There are new connections that all of you are starting to make, for you have shifted into much of your Plan B contracts. Why are they Plan B? Well, very simple. The earth was going to end. That was Plan A. Most of your Plan A contracts are pretty much finished. And the world was going to end between the years 2000 and 2012. Would have taken roughly 12 years to kill this planet and make it look very similar to Mars and Venus. Well, that is exactly what happened to them. And what is taking place now is you're connecting in different ways. And you're building a new energy here on Earth. You've been looking out into the skies for a very long time, wondering if there are other beings like yourself out there. And we tell you, when you come home to spirit, you are going to find incredible diversity. Amongst personalities, amongst energy types, you're going to see so many varied types of people and beings that you're going to have the same illusion we do. Most of you humans look alike. Do you know that? You sound very much alike to all of us, because we have such diversity over here, and your diversity only moves a small amount compared to most of the rest of the universe. But here is the beautiful part. You have never been alone. And when you finally do find life in the universe that is similar to yours, they will actually look very much like you. And that is kind of the cosmic joke. You're expecting to find Martians with green bodies and little things growing out of their hair. And they don't. They look just like you. Very much like you. In fact, you're going to find the connections are very strikingly similar, but on a slightly different timeline. Now, here is the fun part. You have all these tools that you have used to look in the night sky. You have built all these incredible the telescopes that you have placed upon your highest peaks on Earth. in order to observe the universe. And you've also put up all of these incredible listening devices that bring all of the radio waves from the cosmos in and try to filter them out. We think you are listening for some sort of radio station. Perhaps it is a football game or something. Where you're tuning in different places to try and come in with this. You've found varied success in this so far. And we tell you your success in this will probably not continue on the path that you are on, for the simple reason that someone else has found you. You've been discovered. There is a planet. No, they are not calling it Earth. It does not have the name written on it. So they do not call it Earth, but they have made up a name in their language that they are calling this planet right here. And they can see that because of the blueness around it and the fog around it, that there is water. And they believe might be life on this strange blue planet out there. Well, that is you. You've been found. It will take quite some time before the technology is up, for they can contact you. But you have been connected with. And you will start receiving some information from that as well. You're also going to find out that your own physical bodies are changing a bit faster than you thought. We have given you a timeline of 210 years, but we love to put these fun pieces out there for you. For the moment we give you a rule, you break it. It's kind of human nature. You take a rule and you say, oh, well, that's a rule. I'll keep that in mind as I go past it. For that is often what you do. And now we are grateful to tell you that you've already shortened that timeline. It's not going to take you 210 years to complete this cycle. You're currently working in the 190 area if you're interested, but we're not even going to go by the numbers for the very simple reason that you're moving everything forward so quickly. Do you know who you are? Do you remember that feeling deep within you of that spirit confidence that was given to you just before you entered your game? Well, it is time to pull that out. For each of your own guides will start talking to you very clearly. What you do with it is yours. It is entirely yours, and there is no right or wrong about it. It is a very personal connection. But each of you will be hearing from those that have been on your shoulder, either as guides or the many connections that are waiting for you on the other side of the veil. You are the greatest angels that have ever lived. And there is a huge cheering section up here at home waiting for you to come home. When you come home, we are going to party like you've never partied before. If you think dancing at the 12-12-12 is fun, wait till you see our parties. We really know how to throw a party. We know how to celebrate. That's what we ask you to do. That is what has actually gotten you through this entire 12-12-12 ending of the planet. You celebrated your way home, and you've made it. So here you sit. What are the next moves? What are the next parts that I will use this energy in? And those we cannot tell you, for they will be different for each and every one of you. You have a very sacred path that has been laid out in front of you. Must you stay with that path? Absolutely not. It is simply one of the many guidelines, many of the possibilities that lie in front of you. It does carry the path of least resistance that you first saw before you came into the game, but you're going to also find that many of your contracts that you have made are no longer valid. You've simply changed who you are, and therefore you've changed the connection and the contract as well. So this is the perfect time to look around, to take an inventory of your heart. What means the most to me, this new energy? How can I step into this new world and create my world, a world that supports me, a world that will bring us all home in the most beautiful ways? That is what we charge you with. And we tell you there are some very magical dates right in front of you. We will give you 3, for we've only given 2 so far. Well, the ones that we've already given you, you've already passed. You've passed the 12-12-12. You've passed the 12-21. And you're absolutely correct in saying that December 31st is the next celebratory date. Not because it is the beginning or the end of a year, but because there is another wave of energy coming in on that date. Anchor it. Bring it through. You have regular waves of energy that will be coming through on more of a flow instead of a wave. But as you still step into this, you are used to receiving all these in waves, and many of the waves will now start to space out a bit as time on this side of the portal is expanding time instead of the contracting time that you had over here. So what we tell you is the next date is December 31st. After that, you will have one on January 15th. After that, they will start spacing out, and August 19th will be the next one. Now, do you need to know those specifically? Do you need to be in a perfect place with your legs crossed in a perfect area to do that? No, of course not. Just be aware that your earth is still changing, and it is adapting to make space for the empowered humans that are now taking their place and owning their power. We could not be happier on this side of the veil. All of the greatest experiment of all time, the planet of free choice, has just graduated. I was able to drop my finger for the 6th time. And you all moved, not because of my finger, but you all moved very rapidly. The greatest challenge that we had on this side of the veil, watching as all of you stepped into this new world, was we were concerned of segregation. We were concerned that you would separate your different levels of vibration and simply say that only the highest would walk into the new world and the lowest would diminish from the earth, for that would have been the same mistake you made in Atlantis. And yet you passed it. That did not happen. You made the opening large enough for all the bandwidth of humanity to step through at once. And that was critical in this point. For so many of you are here from the days of Atlantis, such as the Keeper. He's here with somewhat of a guilt. He must have been in trouble in those days. But he is here making a difference and using the same technology that he used before, but this time to spread light instead of fear. Take a look at what you have to offer the new world. You have that opportunity now, more than ever before. It is a grand time to be a human on planet Earth. But you are not human. You are spirits pretending to be human. And you are doing a marvelous job at it. We know who you are. We are simply helping you to remember. It is with the greatest of honor that we usher you into a new age. Tell you, welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. I am the keeper of time.
I think it's my microphone. Fun with technology today. There we go. I don't know. I think I'm off now.
I think you're off here. We gotta, yeah. Anyway.